How's it going, guys? Today's video is going to be ranking my 3 Dior colognes that I currently own. So the ones, or Dior Homme fragrances that I currently own. So I own Dior Homme Intense, Dior Homme 2020, and Dior Homme Cologne. I have smelled Dior Homme Sport, which I did not pick up just because I thought it was a redundant pickup to Dior Homme 2020. So I felt like I was gonna use them in the same situation or similar situations, and I have way more colognes. So I didn't feel I didn't feel like picking up Dior Homme Sport. So this one's gonna hurt some feelings. At my number 3 spot, being the worst in my opinion, even though I still love it and wear it, is going to be Dior Homme Parfum, Dior Homme Intense. So here's how I got to owning Dior Homme Intense. So I first owned Gary's Den, which is a clone of Dior Homme Parfum. Purchased it when it first came out. Sold it after 2 days. I sold it in one of those Facebook groups. Ended up picking it up maybe like a month after again, just because I wanted to see what it smelled like. Maybe to see if my taste has changed. So picked it up again. Liked it a little bit more. Didn't hate it. I'm not sure if it was the maceration process for it sitting with someone else on someone else's shelf for so long. So after I got it the second time, I did enjoy it more. So I decided to get Dior Homme Intense just because I know Dior Homme Parfum and Dior Homme Intense are similar, in my opinion. Well, what I think they're similar like is probably how Dior Homme 2021 or Dior Homme 2020 and Dior Homme Sport 2021 are similar. I'm assuming that's the same. That's the case with Dior Homme Intense and Dior Homme Parfum. But I just don't like the waxy. I think that's just the issue I have with the fragrance. I don't like the waxy because I believe when I get to the dry down, once the fragrance is dried down, it's just a beautiful fragrance. But that is on my number 3 spot. My number 2 spot is going to be Dior Homme 2020. So now that you know the 3 colognes I have and which one's in first place, now you kind of figured that no one's watching the video anymore. So Dior Homme 2020, I remember smelling it a little bit ago. I picked this one up recently also. Kind of brought myself to purchasing it. So Dior Homme 2020 is a really good fragrance, especially I work in an office environment. One of those easy to wear, pretty elegant fragrances. But yeah, definitely a solid number 2. Now to my number 1, which is Dior Homme Cologne. On skin, at least on my skin, I get about maybe 7 hours of maybe 8. I would say maybe I'll give it 8 just because I normally wear it to work and it lasts me when I get home. It's more of a skin set by that time, but I could still smell it on myself. I may be one of the only people that could actually get that longevity from Dior Homme Cologne. So before I got Dior Homme Cologne, this was actually my first Dior Homme fragrance. I smelled Dior Homme 2020. I was impressed, but didn't care about spending the money for it. Then I went on a tangent of, in one of my last videos, I explained that Louis Vuitton's Afternoon Swim clone set me on a rampage. This is one of the first fragrances I bought in that rampage. Then that rampage ended up into this rampage of purchasing that one, and I purchased these 2 together. So maybe it's because it's the first, but maybe it's something about the freshness. I don't know. It just smells perfect. I don't think they could do anything else to make this one better. But these are my 3 Dior fragrances ranked. Let me know if you agree, even though no one probably watched to the end after they saw Dior Homme Intense was my number 3. But if you enjoyed the video, let me know. If you agree, let me know. If you disagree and you want to curse me out in the comments, just go ahead and curse me out. Appreciate the engagement. Have a good one, guys.